I died 3 times in 2 weeks.
That's a lot for most people.
Yeah. I had one girl here for 9 years. I had to fire her. She got a degree here, and I had to fire her because she kept on working here. She got a degree. Get out there. Go do something with your life. Yeah. Blood was coming out of my eyes.
No.
Literally squirting out of my eyes.
We're in downtown Ft Walton Beach at Maas Coffee Roasters with owner, proprietor Jim. How are you doing today, Jim?
I'm doing good, Mike. How you doing?
Good. I appreciate your time with me today.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's fun. Thanks.
Good. First, a basic question before we get into your story.
Sure.
The coffee bean, is it truly a bean? I've heard otherwise.
Well, actually, it's kind of like a seed. It's called a cherry. The coffee fruit is they call it a cherry.
So it's not technically a bean.
No, it's not a bean. It's more like a seed.
So tell us a little bit about your story. How did you get into this, and how'd the shop start and all that?
Well, it's probably about 20-some years ago. I was in Columbus, Ohio, and stumbled on a place called Stoff's Coffee. Best coffee I ever had in my life. And I was drinking this coffee for a while. I love this place. After a while, I met a guy, and then I discovered that he owned this coffee place, and we became, real good friends. And then down the line, when I was going to move to Florida, I was looking to do something different, and I thought I'd like to start a coffee shop. And I asked Tom if he would be willing to help me out, and he did.
So he helped you get set up here?
Oh yeah, taught me everything I know. Yeah.
When were you able to open this store?
16 years ago, I opened up Maas Coffee. Yeah, I built the place. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Was it a lot to do to get it ready?
Oh yeah. It took me about 5 months to get everything done.
So what countries are the top producers of coffee beans?
Well, Colombia is probably one of the biggest producers. I'm a specialty coffee roaster, so by definition, I'm telling you exactly where the bean's coming from. Every bean in here is less than 2 weeks old. It's roasted at different profiles, light, medium, and a dark. With Colombia, they have that's their biggest business besides cocaine, I think. But
right. I haven't seen any stores for that around here.
Yeah, right. Anyway, they have a lot of coffee for sure, but we have coffee from 10 different countries in here, and I could get more, but I don't have the room.
Oh yeah.
But I have the largest selection that I know of anywhere in the South.
I've heard you won some awards. What awards have you won?
Yeah, we won. I didn't even know. One of the girls that was working for me sent away to it's called Golden Cup. And there's over 400 participants across the country, and they sent samples, and we won for our espresso blend and the house blend. And I had no idea we even sent it in. And also we had these medals that we won. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's nice to know. You won something you didn't know you were in competition for.
Right. Yeah. It was fun. Yeah. Cool. But anybody, I love my coffee. I went all over Europe, and I thought I was going to be, disappointed in my own coffee. But I wasn't. I haven't found anybody besides Tom who taught me. And actually, I think my coffee's better than Tom's now because he's not in control of it. I'm sure smaller stores are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why I want to keep this at the level that it's at. I have more control over the quality of my beans. I don't want to get it. I've had a lot of people come and want to franchise and do all kinds of things, buy me out. I'm okay. I'm going to stay this size. I don't want to get any bigger. Yeah. I hope this video doesn't go viral. I'll be in trouble.
Never know. And the coffee is outstanding. I get my beans here, and everybody I've talked to, nobody has disliked this place. Everybody says best coffee in town, hands down.
I have to agree with them. The freshness of the bean counts for all the taste. All the nutrients, everything is still in there. Once it starts to become rancid, it's just like anything else when it gets rancid. All coffee starts to taste the same after about a month and a half. If you ever notice that, it all tastes the same.
I read an interview in the Northwest Florida Daily News with you, and it made me very curious. And I wanted to know, how many times have you died?
Oh, A few. I died 3 times in 2 weeks.
That's a lot for
years.
most people.
Yeah. But I'm still here. I've had quite a few calls, but I'm still here.
I'm glad none of those took, and that you're still with us.
I had a quintuplet bypass. I didn't die. That one I didn't die in.
Oh, good.
I made it through that. The doctor didn't really think I was going to make it. I totaled my. I got hit by a sheriff, broadsided in a car. They totally totaled the car. And then a couple months after that, I hit a semi with my motorcycle, totaled the bike, did about 3 flips in the air, broke 5 or 3 of those little wings in your back. Oh, that was a miserable night. I had 2 bikes at the time. I moved the other bike about a week later.
Shit, a week later.
Yeah, I gotta get back on the horse. I had a nosebleed once. They don't know how it happened or what was going on. They could not stop it bleeding. It was bleeding on both sides of my nose. They stopped it all up, and blood was coming out of my eyes, literally squirting out of my eyes. What they did was they went through my arteries and went up with some kind of thing and dropped these metal pellets. They said, we've never done this. You don't know what else to do. If you sign off, we'll do this. And so I was going to bleed to death. So I said, go ahead, whatever you got to do. And it worked. I tasted metal for weeks, I'll tell you that. The tiny little metal pellets that they dropped in here, going through my groin. That was bizarre.
But it worked.
It worked. Yeah, it worked.
Any stories from the other side?
No, not really. I didn't see anything. Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're still here.
Yeah. A lot of people came up to see me when I was up there. I'll tell you that. It was kind of cool.
And what would be the best seller here? Drink.
The redneck latte is a big seller. Mocha Cola. I mean, just, we used to have a whole latte shaking going on. My biggest source of income is the beans.
Oh, you sell way more beans than drinks?
That's that's how I keep this door open.
That's mostly where
if I was just selling cups of coffee, I'd be dead. I would have never made it. The beans are what, how we keep the doors open. All this coffee is just a front for the beans.
The bean business. Well, I've contributed to that over the years. I love the beans here. And probably what everybody wants to know, what's your go-to coffee drink?
What mine is?
Yeah.
Coffee. I drink the what? Whatever's in the pot, I just drink coffee. I might put a little cream in it, or I might not. That's it.
And how much of that on any given day?
Not an awful lot. Not anymore. Earlier on, that's a coffee cup there. I call that
Put it up higher.
That's a scratch and sniff, is what I told people. I get enough. My hands are in coffee all day. I mean, we have large garbage cans. You all can't see it, but they're over there. And that's we bring them in here, and I'm in coffee all day, playing with coffee.
A couple drinks.
I can't even smell it anymore.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's very
I'll tell you, it smells delicious.
Yeah, my clothes are like that all the time. I always smell like coffee. Or we'll go somewhere and people will say, I smell maple syrup. It's coffee.
Well, thanks so much, Jim, for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, come on back.
I certainly will. Thanks.
All right. Bye. I got to spend a week in your mouth to know what you would like. I have no idea what goes. When people come in, I smell everything but the coffee. I mean,
nice fragrance.
Yeah, I could smell all kinds of stuff.
Stinky people.
Yeah. There's a map over there that's got all the locations for the Starbucks in it. And that's why we refer people that have complaints.
If you like and subscribe, you'll have really good karma. I heard that on the internet somewhere. That's probably true.